Hey, welcome back to the program, Psychophants. I wanted to do a quick product review for you here. Haven't really done one of these in the past, at least I don't think I have. But every now and then you've got a product that you really stick with over the years. It just does what it's supposed to do. And a lot of the products I use, they're kind of one and the same after a while. As long as you're not buying the cheapest stuff out there, one detailing spray is pretty much like 100 others. There's not a whole lot of difference between all of them. You just pick the one that you find works best for you and you go with it. But this particular product, this is like ChrisWorld TV Hall of Fame product, okay? This is my go-to product for this particular discipline that I need it for, and it is black again. You can use this stuff on pretty much anything that's black, other than maybe leather. You can use it on vinyl, plastic, rubber, interior pieces, exterior pieces. I suppose you could even use it on your tires if you wanted to, although I don't. Maybe I should probably try it. But this stuff is a miracle worker, man. Now, this is not to be confused with Mother's Back to Black, okay? This stuff, it's not even in the same league, in my opinion, as black again. This stuff is like white. It's milky, it's real thin, it runs everywhere. You got to put 10 million layers of it on in order to get any effect out of it. But black again, let me see if I can get some out of here and put some on the cloth. This stuff is really, really thick. It's almost like a yellowy gel. And once you put it on, and you don't need a whole lot of it. Let me show you how much I got on here. I don't know if you can see that. Just kind of a glob right there. And I usually put it on a cloth and kind of just pat it so it's not a big glob of it. And then you can just put it on just about anything that's black. I've been using it on the rear sort of valence slash diffuser down here on the E36, which in reality is almost like a fake diffuser. There's not even any inlets or outlets or anything on it. But I've used it on that. I'm using it on the back sort of rubber trim here. And the nice thing about this stuff is you can activate it in the sun. So you can put it on in the shade and you pull your car out in the sun, and the sun will actually sort of bake this stuff into it and really get this stuff to sink in and bake into whatever you're applying it to. So a lot of products, in the sun, that's where they look their worst. Well, this actually you get better results if you actually let your car sit in the sun for a few hours with this stuff on. Now, depending on how bad your vinyl or rubber or plastic has faded or changed color, how much years of abuse it's gone through, you might need to put a couple coats on. I find that where I really use a lot of this stuff is on the 930 whale tail, just because it's just such a huge, massive piece of rubber. I mean, the rubber's a couple inches thick. It's just massive. And so I got to put quite a bit on there in order for it to take effect. But I just put it on the back trim here on the rear bumper of the E36, and man, one coat, it's just, this stuff looks like it's brand new again. Now, the funny thing about this stuff is I've been using it for years, but a long time ago, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, they stopped making it. And so I was at a flea market car auction event. I don't know where it was, but anyways, I found this stuff and go, oh my God, I better buy it while I can still get it. So, I bought a whole bunch of this stuff. I think I may even bought like a case of it with a bunch of car friends, and we kind of just split it up knowing we were never going to see this stuff again. Well, apparently, you can buy it again. I just did a quick search on Amazon, and the bottles don't look anything like this anymore. But you can buy it on Amazon, I think like Auto Geek, maybe a few other those automotive detailing websites sell this stuff now. But it's really a wonder product for all of your black trim on your car. It goes on really easy because it's like a sort of a gel, but it doesn't leave like a greasy sort of Vaseline residue. You put it on, you really wipe it in and let it soak into whatever you're putting it on. If there's anything left over, you can always just take a microfiber cloth and just sort of buff out the residual, so you don't have any streaks or any sort of greasy leftovers on it. But just the results on the back here have been excellent. So when I do the side, this trim runs along the side of the car. Obviously there's a bunch of black trim and stuff on the front, we'll do it there. And then you can also use it, it's really good on the black rubber trim around your windows and stuff. Now you can go to the process, I mean, if you want to get really anal about it, you can tape up your windows and stuff so you don't get it anywhere. But what I usually do is, if I'm just lazy and I don't want to tape up stuff, I usually just get this on a cloth and like use my finger, use one of my pry tools to get like a little narrow pointing tool, and then just go along wherever I'm putting it and just take my time and just sort of edge it in, and then you're okay. And if you get any, I mean, if you get it on your paint or something, it's not that big of a deal. It'll just wipe off fine. But it just depends on how far you want to go with it. But if you've never used this stuff, I can't highly recommend it enough. It's like $9 or $10 a bottle, and you know, I used to have probably, I don't know, 8 or 10 bottles, but you know, that's been 15, 20 years, and I still got 3 or 4 bottles of this stuff left, and I use it quite a bit. You don't need that much, you know, just like a little, you know, glob on your finger is enough to do half of this rubber trim on the back here of the car if you really want to rub it and soak it in, if the trim is not in too bad a shape. So it lasts a long time, it does a really good job, and it'll bring your black stuff back to life. So there you go, that's my tip for you. If you're using Mother's Back to Black, I got so much of these type of products around here. I've got literally cabinets full of stuff like this that I've used 3 or 4 times, and I just sit them in the cabinet and I never come back to them again because I find something better. So if anybody wants a half a bottle of back to black, let me know. But I would say of all the products I've ever used for any sort of discipline, whether it's paint or rubber trim, leather interior, carpets, you know, whatever it is that you use to detail a car, black, again, for me, is probably one of the top 5 products that I've ever used. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. And you know, when you're detailing, when you're trying to prep a car, Concours or whatever, that's what you want. You don't want to, you know, have to waste any extra time farting around with a product that doesn't work. And this just does exactly what it's advertised to do. So there you go. If you like this video, like. If you didn't like it, don't like it. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, ChrisWorld TV. If you got something out of this video, hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Take care.